Hey Joe, it's Folks here. If you've ever wondered what a print-on-demand store that's making millions of dollars in sales could look like, this store that I'm going to show you today could be it. They've got a really cool product where they're potentially making over $50 in profit per sale. They've got a lot of really unique design concepts on here, and they have a fantastic looking store. They've also got some extremely simple social media marketing that we're going to take a look at in this video today. My hope is to break this all down for you to show you an amazing example of a successful print-on-demand store so that way you can try to copy some of what they have done. Now, obviously, I'm not talking about copying their designs. I'm saying that you should try to emulate the strategies that they have not only with their products and on their store, but also in their marketing. If you are just getting started, I do have a free print-on-demand course. It's called POD for Dummies. It's linked down in the description. Inside are over 30 videos showing you how to build your store and get started with social media marketing. Like I said, it is completely free and there's a link down in the description. Now, the name of the store is heraldhome.co if you wanted to check it out. And they sell custom canvases and framed posters for people to hang inside of their home. And basically their star product here is this right here, where someone basically uploads a picture of their house, and then Herald Home will personalize some text on there and a date, and will create a really cool piece for someone to hang inside of their house. Now, we actually do have one of these. My wife and I got one of these made for the first house that we ever owned together that we bought over 10 years ago. And I think if you look at this store, they've got over 2,700 reviews on this product. If we scroll all the way down, we can see that a lot of other people are liking this concept as well. And they're likely super profitable on this. You can see here that this product is something they are selling for about $80. If we click next here, you'll see that if we select 8x10, that is the one that is being sold for $80. Now, in general, from various print-on-demand suppliers, an 8x10 framed poster like this is going to cost us as sellers about $25, including the shipping. And that means this store here, if they're selling it for $80, are making over $50 in profit every single time they sell one of these. If you were selling print-on-demand t-shirts, you would have to make probably close to a dozen sales to make the same amount of profit that they are making with just one sale here. And honestly, there are a lot more products out there that make this type of profit margin. I recently made this video here on my channel talking about some of the most profitable items that you can sell. I've also made lots of different print-on-demand product reviews here on my channel, so if you haven't seen those, definitely make sure to check some out. Now, before we actually start talking about this store's social media marketing and some of their designs, I want to break down some of the things that I think this store has done on their store that is helping them to make a lot of sales. Take a look at this here. This is a little demo store that I just sort of put together for this video, and it is the homepage of a store that looks a lot like the homepage of a lot of print-on-demand stores that I review from people that are just getting started. You can see here that there's really not much here, right? We have some featured products up at the top. We then have an image with some text talking about great quality. And then right here, there's a place where someone can like buy one of the designs. There's nothing down here in the footer. There's really no color throughout the entire thing. And in general, there's not really much here that is telling people about the store. When you are building your store's homepage, what you want to make sure that you do is that you treat the homepage like a brochure. When I am working with people and helping them with their store, a brochure is what we are trying to make the homepage look like. If we go back to this store's homepage and we scroll through, we are getting lots of elements from it that resemble something like a brochure. We get to see some of the actual products that they are selling. We also see some information about the products in here. There's some great sections like this as well that talk about how the process works. They've got some really sleek clip art on here as well as these sections here that again just sort of talk about the item. And of course, there is also some of the actual products that are available. The point here is that we don't want our homepage to feel empty like this. We want it to feel like a brochure. The same thing is true with your product page. This here is the typical look of a product page in terms of what I see from a lot of print-on-demand beginners. Again, they've got their mock-ups here. They've got the product description from the print-on-demand supplier they are using, and then there is no other information information about the store. If we cross-reference that with this store, not only, again, do they have your typical stuff up at the top with all of the different mock-ups showing the actual product, but if you scroll down, they've got a couple of sections like this here that show the product, that talk about the product. It's the perfect gift for new homeowners. It also has a description here of how it works. They've actually put effort into this page to sell their product. Now, obviously, if you're just getting started, you're not going to be able to put 2,700 reviews on your product page. That is totally fine. Every print-on-demand store starts with 0 reviews. The point, though, is that you're going to want to bring your product page to life with sections like this here. If your product page is just your mock-ups and just some sort of a generic description, and that's it, you're likely not going to make a lot of sales. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I do have a free course. It's called POD for Dummies. Inside, we have a whole bunch of different Shopify tutorials that will show you how to do some of the things that I have shown in this video. Like I said, it is a completely free course, and there's a link down in the description. Now, in a moment, we're going to talk about how they're actually bringing these designs to life. First, I just want to show you here how we can actually spy on the Facebook ads that this store is running. If you pull up their Facebook page, right, or even any other page for a print-on-demand store that you discover, and you click on the About button right here, and then Page Transparency, you will see if the page is running ads or not. You can see here that this page is currently running ads. If I click See All right down below, and then I click Go to Ad Library, I will be able to actually review and look at all of the active ads that this store is running. And you can see here that they are running quite a bit of stuff. The reason I am showing you this is because I want to show you just how simple some of these ads actually are. For the most part, as you look through the ads that this store is running, they are basically just doing very simple mock-ups. They're adding some text to them as well, and they've got a very simple line of text up inside of their ad. Now, many people that are thinking about running ads on social media think that they're going to have to create stuff like this here. Now, I'm not saying that creating videos like this is not a great thing that you could do, because honestly, it definitely is. The store owner here likely partnered with this person. This is likely not the store owner. This is likely someone that is a content creator on social media that the store has partnered with to make this video, and this is definitely an effective strategy. But as you can see, as we scroll through a lot of their ads inside of the ads library here, that only makes up just a very small portion of the actual ads that they are running. The majority of the ads that they are running are simple mock-ups like this, basically stuff that anybody could create. Now, for me, I personally launch all of my ads starting at just a $1 per day budget. This allows me to spend slowly and identify which products are actually going to be high potential before I spend more of my marketing budget. I think sometimes when people are getting into the world of social media marketing, they think they need to either be a marketing genius who can create really advanced videos like some of the ones that we just looked at, or that they need to have thousands of dollars in their marketing budget. Both of those are not true. And like I said at the beginning of the video, within my free course, POD for Dummies, I've got an entire section dedicated to reviewing various social media strategies that you can use to promote products with a low budget. Now, ultimately, what they're doing here is not that complicated. They are using an app to be able to create this section over here on the right. This is going to allow the customer to choose all of the different details as well as eventually upload a photo of their house. I do have some videos here on my channel talking about print-on-demand personalization. There are lots of different apps that you can use to be able to receive photos from customers to do this sort of thing. The key here, though, is that this store has done something very unique. They are creating an item that has utility for the customer. Most people who have purchased a home and then sold it at some point, in some way look back with a nice warm feeling at their first house that they owned. And that's why this here is a great concept for print on demand. People that have sold their first house could come on here and they could create something to sort of commemorate it. You can see here that some of these say our first home. Again, this is a fantastic concept. I'm not saying that you should copy this exactly or that you should even approach print on demand in the same way that they have, but what I am saying is that print on demand success is based on doing something unique for your niche, not just selling the same old t-shirts that have been around for over a decade, and also building a really clean and simple store like this here, as well as actually taking the plunge and using social media marketing to find customers and make sales. And like we saw today, you really do not need to have very advanced ads to have any success. I hope that watching this was helpful, and I hope that if you are starting your print-on-demand store, that you will continue, that you will try new things, and that you will try to persevere through any struggles that you're having with it. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.